Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a junior studying at NYU. I am a drama major in the Tisch School of the Arts, and I am currently studying abroad in the NYU Accra site in Ghana. I have about 2 weeks left here, and for this video I would like to talk a little bit about what education is like here at the NYU Accra site and at the University of Ghana, where I've also taken some classes. So, the NYU Accra site has done an amazing job at staffing the professors for the classes that we have. I took a Global Connections class, which was basically a History of Accra class, and it was taught by the former mayor of Accra, which was very, very cool. There was only about 5 of us in the class, so we got a lot of one-on-one time with him, and that was definitely a very worthwhile experience. I also took another class called Documenting the African City, where it's basically a film class, and we made several short documentaries about several issues here in Accra, and the last documentary that I just shot was actually about formal education and private school education here in Ghana, so I hope to show that to a lot of people, both here and in New York. So as students here, we also have the opportunity to take classes at the University of Ghana, Legon. And I did that, and I took a theater class. I actually took a directing class, and it was very, very interesting. So I'll talk a little bit about the differences in education between America, NYU, and school here. So it's a very large university. There's very, very, very large lecture halls that have a couple hundred people in them. My class was smaller with about 35 people. It's a very formal setting. Everyone is dressed in a very formal, professional way. When students have something to say, they usually stand up and make their point and then sit back down. And then if someone has something else to say, in response to that, they stand up and make their point then. Everyone addresses each other in a very formal, professional way. People dress very professional all the time, like no one goes to school in their PJs ever. Everyone's always making sure they're dressed to the nine for class. And I just took a final exam for the directing class that I had at Legon, and it's a very, very interesting setup. Instead of going to the class that you have the exam for, like you may do in America or NYU, you go to this very big exam hall, and all of your ID numbers are written on the desk, and you find your ID number, and you're given an exam, almost like an SAT or something. There's people who do it for you, and then you take the exam with the time you have. Everyone's given 2 hours for the exam. You're in there with people who aren't even in your class. It's like 3 different subjects for 1 exam time. And then you take your exam, and it's kind of like an essay format, and you're given different marks for the answers that you give, and the more marks that a question is, the longer your answer should be. So it's very interesting that they're kind of, unfortunately, quantity over quality here. Like, they want a lot of information, even though it may not necessarily be right. Whereas in America, they kind of want you to stay concise and, you know, keep things as specific as possible. Here, they kind of want you to go on and on and on and really work for the grade. But speaking of grades, I hopefully am going to get an A, because the grading scale here is very different in America, and 80% here is actually an A. So if I don't get an A, there's something seriously wrong. So that's how everything is. I just wanted to talk about education as I wrap up the academic semester here, and my last installment video will be about politics. The Ghanaian election is actually going to be held tomorrow, and that'll be very exciting, so I can't wait to update everyone on that and talk a little about it. But until then, I'll see you next time, and have a great one, everyone. Bye.